Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is Thursday the 21st of March, and well, that means that tomorrow the Classic Car and Restoration Show starts at the NEC in Birmingham. Now, I've been to the show many times before, and if you haven't been, well, put it in your diary because it really is well worth a visit. It's a great show, but I've been many times before. But this time, well, it's all a bit different. In fact, I'm really quite excited because I've been asked to put my Ford Sierra XR4x4 into the NEC for the show on the XR Owners Club stand. It's a real honour to be taking this car up and it being viewed by what? More than 30,000 people who'll come to the show over the next 3 days. Really exciting. Now, my drive, I live in Cornwall, the NEC right up there in the Midlands. It's about 230 miles. About 4 hours of driving, and well, I'll be taking it steady in this car, not because I don't think it will make it, just because, well, she's getting on in years, but at the moment driving really nicely. I've just left Cornwall. In fact, here's some footage of me crossing the Tamar suspension bridge. The good thing today is we've got, well, reasonable weather. It's actually quite bright sometimes when the cloud clears, but the good news is we haven't got any rain, and believe me, here in the UK it's rained for the past 6 or 8 weeks pretty much solid, so it's nice to be taking this car up to Birmingham in the dry. I hope that the weather holds. Now, classic me, I was getting this car ready late last night. In fact, here are some photographs of me cleaning the car just before it got dark last night. But it wasn't too bad because, well, I keep this car really quite clean anyway, so it's easy to stay on top of a clean car. Now, I know lots of people make videos about going to the car shows up here at the NEC, and, well, they do them really well, those walk around virtual tours of the show. I'm not going to do that. My intention today is to, well, show you what it's like. I suppose a bit of a behind the scenes of the classic car show. What's it like to take your car up, to drive it into the NEC, to set the car up on the stand, to prepare the car? What's it like to walk around the show whilst it's being set up? And then what's it like to go in as an exhibitor every day, to be on the stand, to meet and greet people, and, well, to talk cars for 3 days? I cannot wait. Then, of course, we've got the packing up and we've got the driving out of the NEC. So I intend to feature as much of that as I can. And, well, I'll be seeing all of that for the first time at the same time as many of you. So I really hope that you enjoy this video. I'll also show you some of my favourite cars of the show. Now, I've set off a little bit later than I'd planned, but I'm due into Birmingham at around 1 o'clock, and I'm booked to drive this car into the NEC at 2 o'clock. So I'll put some miles under my belt. I'll come back to you in a few miles time. On the subject of mileage, I mean, this car's done 58,000 miles. We're definitely going to clock 59,000 miles today, so I'll make sure I get some footage of that. But as I say, I'll pick this up in a few miles time. And whilst you're watching, please subscribe to the channel, really helps. Definitely like this video, and, well, let me know your thoughts on the NEC, on the car, on everything in this video in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Let's go to Birmingham. Well, you join me just passing the junction for Gloucester. Well, I've done about 165 miles so far, 65 in fact to go. And, well, the Sierra has been a joy to drive. In fact, I've been completely swept up in the emotion and my love for this car. We did clock the 59,000 miles a few miles back, so that was heartbreaking because I like to keep the cars as low a mileage as I can, but then equally you got to drive them, so I won't lose too much sleep over it. If you want to know more about this car, of course, I did make a video about it a few weeks ago, so do check it out. I've owned this car since 2015, so 9 years of ownership, and, well, it's very, very special to me. So if you want to know more about it, please do check that video out. In fact, I'll put the link to that video in the description below. Right then, on to the NEC. Oh, well, something that I didn't know is that when you're an exhibitor at the NEC, you have to book a time slot for when you're going to drive in. And you do that via an app called Voyage Control. Here it is, look, and you can see here that we need to head to the North 12 lorry park and enter Hall 5. So hopefully it doesn't take us too long to find that. Due into Birmingham to the NEC at around sort of 1:15, so I've got a good 45 minutes to get myself sorted out. We're meeting long-time friend of the channel, Graham, there. Graham's travelled up in his Ford Focus ST, so Graham will be travelling into the NEC with me, driving into the NEC with me. He's going to help me prep the car and help us set up the XR Owners Club stand. So yeah, we'll pick Graham up at a car park somewhere in the NEC, then head on in through the North 12 lorry park into Hall 5, where we'll find, I think it's stand 580, and we should find a few more XRs there. So I'll keep going, as I say, about 60 miles to go now. I'll keep going and I will catch up with you again as we arrive at the NEC. Just 3 miles now from the NEC, and well, we've had a little rain shower actually, but it was very light. I can't complain. As I say, it's March, it's the UK. I could have been driving up in torrential rain, so the fact that I'm not is great. Graham's already there. He's in the East 1 car park, so we're going to go there first, pick him up, and then I'm going to drive into the North 12 entrance through the lorry park, as I've already said. I've forgotten my high-vis jackets. Apparently you need high-vis when you're setting up, so I'll probably have to buy a couple of those when I get there, and it's the NEC, so they won't be cheap, but there we go. In fact, it's just starting to spot with rain now. I don't know if that's coming out on the camera, but just starting to spot with rain now. The car, I've done 226 miles so far, and well, it's been, I want to say faultless, because it has. It's driven faultlessly. It's been so comfortable, and it's a car you can still cover lots of miles in. These Sierras are very modern feeling classic cars, but I have noticed, and I noticed it actually when we set off, that the cooling fan is constantly on. Now, I washed the car yesterday, I got it wet, it wasn't happening before, and now it is, so maybe a bit of moisture's got into the wiring there somewhere, but it's definitely still on, so I might look at that at the show or back at home. I suppose it's better that the fan is on constantly than not coming on at all. Anyway, less than a mile now to go to the actual junction for the NEC, so let's drive on in and I'll pick it up as we drive into the hall. So I'm following signs now for the halls. Look at this Crown Victoria Sheriff car here. Hello there, We worked it out.
Little sneak.
I know, sorry about that. I didn't realise we had to come in that way.
If there's anyone else on the park that would have told you to get out, turn around.
Thank you.
2 seconds.
Yeah, thanks.
There you go, darling.
Thank you.
Do a right and then up the roundabout right again.
Right and right, thank you. So we're through security. Got to take a right apparently and then a right again, and we're into the halls. Here we go. Hall 5.
To the back, you turn right, one all the way around under the archway, and the right hand side.
Thank you very much.
All the best. Don't get lost, will you?
I'll try not to. My goodness. Look at this. Hello, mate.
You got a rough idea where you're going?
Yeah, stand 580.
580.
You point me in the direction, I shall find it.
XR owner.
That's exactly it.
That's your son just here,
Yep.
and you're there.
So in and right then.
That's it.
Thank you. I'll go that way. We are in the NEC. My goodness. Look at this. We've got a rough idea of where we're going. I think we're up here in left. Let's see. So we made it into the NEC and onto the XR Owners Club stand. I've given the car a decent clean. Well, actually Graham and I gave the car a decent clean, and it looks, well, fantastic under these lights. I'm really pleased with it, and we've got a lovely stand this year, the XR Owners Club. Just take a look at my car and the other cars on the stand. They're amazing. My XR4x4 1992, 2 litre, looking lovely. Check it out. And then onto Dave's, absolutely stunning. I mean, it's immaculate. SE 500 Mark IV Cabriolet. Look at that. What a stunner. On then to Dan's Mark IV XR3i tin top. He's owned this car a long time. Again, really, really nice. I mean, look at that view. Whew. On then to Phil's black Mark IV tin top XR3i. Looks like Cosworth wheels on that one. Again, a stunning car, stunning example there. And then coming around, we've got Kim's Amethyst Special Edition Escort Mark IV Cabriolet. Concourse car, that one, really, really nice. And then finally, onto this car, one of the original press fleet XR3s. In fact, we'll feature this car in a little more detail a bit later in the video. Dave's car, really, really nice. Going to be the star of our stand, I reckon. As I say, I'll feature that one in more detail a bit later in the video. There we go, the XR Owners Club stand at the Classic Car and Restoration Show. So it's time now to leave the car here, to go check into our hotel, then to come back tomorrow nice and fresh and ready for the public at the Classic Car and Restoration Show here at the NEC. I can't wait. First day of the show, walking into the NEC now. Well, because you're an exhibitor, you get to go in an hour before the public, and that means I can whip around some of the cars and have a look before the crowd. So really looking forward to that, and really looking forward to seeing the Sierra in the NEC. Let's get on with the first day of the Practical Classics Restoration and Classic Car Show. Ten minutes to go now until the doors open to the public. Well, the cars here are amazing. I had a short walk around just now. Hope you saw some cars there that you liked as I walked into the show. Really is a privilege to be in here before the public, albeit the public is what it's all about. Can't wait to chat to many of you about my car, the cars in my collection, and well, just enjoy the weekend. Let's see how it goes. Well, it's closing time on the first day of the show, and well, I'm a pretty useless YouTuber because I've hardly filmed anything of today. In fact, I've just really walked around and enjoyed the show. What has happened today? Well, I've been into the car auction and seen some great cars in there. In fact, here are some of the cars, some of my favourite cars that are available in the auction today. Also, we had a visit from Anstead of Wheeler Dealers fame, who came across and, well, took a real shine to my Sierra. He is 80s exec Anstead. Thanks so much, Ant, for coming over and spending a bit of your time with me. And because I've not really featured much else today, I thought I'd do a quick feature on this very special car that I introduced yesterday that's on the XR Owners Club stand. So I'll show you this one, and then I'll see you tomorrow. This is a TTW registered XR3, one of the 1980 Ford Press Fleet XR3s. This one I think was registered in November 1980 by the press office at Worley. I think there were 404 cars were actually used in the publicity stunt back in 1980, 340 of those cars on an unopened stretch of the M4, and a further 64 cars spelling out XR3 in the car park. This car, which is TTW 105W, actually featured in the advert. You can see it in the advert, and it's one of 3 surviving press cars currently on the road. This one was extensively recommissioned in 2017 by Dave, and after a period, I think, of dry storage dating back to the mid-90s. This car's got 73,000 miles on the clock, loads of history. It really is a very rare piece of Ford heritage. What a special car. As said earlier, star really of our stand. It's had so much interest, this show. Well, we're halfway through the second day, the Saturday, the busiest day of the Practical Classics restoration show. It's a car show, so I've got an ice cream, and well, it's been brilliant. Loads of subscribers coming over, making themselves known, having a chat about the cars. The Sierra's been a hit, all the XRs have been a hit. It's been, well, a real joy to be here. A few hours more to go. I'm going to enjoy this, and I thought I'd share with you a few photographs of my favourite cars of this year's show. And with that, it's all over. Day 3, Sunday, less busy today, but still a nice lot of footfall through the stand. It's been absolutely fantastic. We've taken our stand down. It's about 10 minutes to go now before we close out the show. I'll make sure that I feature that in a moment. And well, then it's back on the road, home to Cornwall. Thank you to everyone who's come over and had a chat with me, all the subscribers, people who've been interested in the Sierra. It's been brilliant. And well, I've just had a fantastic time surrounded by classic car people. It really is the best hobby, the best community in the world. So let's close out the show and let's get on the way home. This customer at the end to honk it out. Here we go, end of the show. Let's do it. We started that. We started that, Dave, you and me. We started that, man. Oh, mate, lovely. Lovely to meet you.
Stay in touch,
I will, yeah, I promise, mate. Doors are about to open. We're ahead of the queue here. In fact, we're probably going to be first ones out. In fact, I think Phil in his black XR3i is the first one out. But that may be because he pushed his car to the door a little early. Anyway, here we go. Oh, he might. No, he's gone to the wrong door. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Look at these lovely cars. I mean, it's still as impressive now with the show closing down. So there's the exit. Following Dave's lovely Escort XR3i Cabriolet SE500. What a smashing car that is. Well, the Birmingham NEC Practical Classics car show really was a treat. I've had a fantastic time. We'll drive out, put 100 or so miles under my belt, and then I'll let you know how many steps I've walked, because my goodness, I've done some miles whilst I've been here, and just really sum up the whole experience of showing here in the NEC. It's been brilliant.
That's what they want, I suppose.
It's not every day, everyone, that you're in a traffic jam with a couple of Bedford vans, a Calibra touring car, an SE500 Cabriolet, an XR3i, something very vintage over there, inside a building full of fumes. It's kind of organised mayhem here, but we're making our way. Really, they should let us out first of all, because we are travelling all the way to Cornwall. And we are out. And still in possibly the best traffic jam of all time. It's a Nissan Bluebird. I think we'll jump up behind this one. Well, there we go, a bit of traffic to get out of the NEC, but I suppose that's to be expected. I'm driving off the M42 now onto the M5. We're going southwest, got my sunglasses on, even though the sun's dropping, but it's dropping in the west, so got a bit of sun beating in my face here, but it's been an absolutely brilliant 3 days. I don't know how this video is going to come out. I didn't film a great deal today. There wasn't much going on other than the same old, but just brilliant to be surrounded by the cars and car people, as I said earlier. One thing's for certain, I'm absolutely knackered. You'd think that sitting at a car show surrounded by cars chatting to people wouldn't be tiring, it would be relaxing, but boy, I am worn out. I think on Thursday I did around 11,000, in fact I'll put them on the screen now, around 11,000 steps on Thursday, another 18,000 on Friday, 18,000 on Saturday, less walking today, maybe another 10,000 or so. As I say, I'll put it on the screen now. So approaching 50,000 steps walked over the past few days. I'll put the mileage count on here as well. No wonder that I'm worn out. Anyway, I've got a 3.5 hour drive from here, not too bad, and I get the occasional thumbs up from passers-by, so that certainly keeps me going. Also, dig the thumbs up. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up yourself. Hit that like button, that's really appreciated, and let me know your thoughts on the video, on the NEC, on the Sierra, on anything that I've featured in this video in the comments section below. Let me know in the comments as well if you're one of the people that came across and said hello. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I hope that you've enjoyed this behind the scenes view of attending the NEC, of taking my car into the NEC. I've tried to do it a little differently than some of the other show videos that I'm sure are already going onto YouTube. I'm certainly grateful that you've joined me on this trip, so thank you, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye for now. Bye bye.